Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome. Today is Thursday, April, I'm still in April, May. What is it, May 15th? April. Boy, I'm still asleep. May 15th, 2025. How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning to everybody in Discord as well. Good morning, actually good afternoon to my European friends. Thank you for joining us. We've got just about another 2.5 minutes or so before the 9 o'clock trade. I did make some changes. The profit target is 55 and the stop is 110. So I did make a minor change. And right now I am looking for a short, and this is a short only strategy. Let's do a quick roll call real quick, try to get this before the trade kicks in. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Mitch. Miguel, good morning to you. Trader Bram, good morning to you. Kos, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, right? Kos. And Richie, good morning. And Maya, good morning to you. Jeremy, good morning. And good morning to everybody in Discord. All right, we've got just a little over a minute. and we are looking to have this thing go short. How are we looking here? Is this going to give us anything that we want? We're actually in the middle of this broadening range here, literally smack in the middle of it, and not super excited about this short at all, to be honest. Just because of where price is at. We're trading inside this bar right here, and couldn't really make any more lows here, and now, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. We got 20 seconds. This thing is going to trigger a short. Got 5 seconds.
Order submitted.
And there we go. We are in. And let's just see what happens. Morning, John. Thanks for joining us. All right, remember this thing has 5 minutes to get us to target. We did have the news this morning, which gave us this beautiful bar right here. This guy right here. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got just a little over a minute and a half. This thing does not look good at all, actually, but I didn't think it would. Remember when we got into this thing, I wasn't too crazy about it. All right, this thing is going to close out in about another 30 seconds or so. See if it can come down at least to hopefully get us to a break-even point. This is going to take a loss. The question is how much? Got another 20 seconds.
Order canceled.
All right, so we took a loss on that one for about, let's see. Yeah, it looks like 45 bucks. All right. Happens. All right. Let's reset this and get it ready for 9 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, 9:30. So the performance now for this strategy looks like this. This is over the last 30 days. And this includes today's trade. Here's our equity curve. Here's our loss. It looks like it was a $100 loss, but based on our fills and everything, it was only actually 40 bucks. So got some slippage in our favor. All right. So in summary now, we had a total of 11 trades in the last 30 days. We had 9 winners and 2 losers. So we'll keep this one the way it is. It seems to be pretty good. Can't win every trade, right? If it keeps this up, this is actually a really good plan. All right, so what can we expect for today? So if we look at, let me just get everything ready for the 9:30. I want to make sure I don't get that screwed up. So bear with me 1 second, guys. Let me just get this going here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Just working on my trade copiers across my other machines, guys. So give me 1 second. That's what I'm doing, just so you guys know.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right. Just got to reconnect to my account here. Okay, let's check
Order
this.
submitted. Order canceled.
Okay. So for the 935 trade, I made changes to that one as well too. So the take profit is 45 and the stop is 55. So 45 and 55. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right, there's the numbers for that. So that for the last 30 days, it took a total of 8 trades, 7 winning trades, 1 losing trade, and these are all shorts as well. So this is a short-only strategy. And this is what the equity curve looks like. So not very many trades over the last month, but this is what it's yielded out to be. So basically the max drawdown is 278, and this is trading one contract. So if we look at it, we're looking to make like 225 bucks, risking, it's like 225 basically. 221 is after commissions. So 225 risking like 280, including commissions. Actually, it's 285 or something like that. Somewhere around there. So basically making 225, risking 275. Okay, so back to where we were. So again, so we made a change to that. So we're going to be running those parameters today, and it is a short only as well. All right, so let's look and see what, if we have any idea of what's going to be happening here. So remember, we had yesterday was a pretty rangy day, a lot of chop. This is yesterday right here. This is the entire day yesterday. We were basically inside. We did have the news at 8:30 yesterday, and did we have, was it yesterday was the news? Or was it Tuesday? I don't even remember. Everything is kind of running together. We had something going on yesterday. Or was the news the day before? Yeah, no, we had news yeah, that was the day before. So yesterday we were basically stuck inside this range of the 15 and 5-minute opening range, which is this shaded area right here. So we were stuck in that yesterday. As for where we are now, during the overnight, which I did not take either. Actually slept through it, finally. Got a little bit of sleep. I forced myself not to wake up, so I purposely missed it. But during the overnight, we had a high right here at 367 and the lows right here. So we've got this range. If I draw these lines. This goes back to prior to, so we can actually draw a line here, this red line up here. Let's change it, make it like dark purple. No, that's not good. I don't like that one. Let's make it yellow. Okay, we'll make our lines yellow today. So this is here, and then the low is down here. So we have this range right here, from 192 to 411. So it's like almost, what, 240 points, 220 points, something like that, 220. And we're really like stuck right in the middle of it right here. So remember when we started the analysis the beginning of the week, we said that we're going to be bullish for the entire week, and we are. The week is up, if we look at the weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart. So we started here on Monday. Okay. So we're up 1,100 points since then. So we anticipate this. I expect it's going to continue, because if we look at the monthly is bullish also. And we really want this to close above 21.3. So we want the month to close above 21.3. Let's call it 350-ish. So 21.350. And we're at 21.300 right now, so we'll see what happens. We got 50 points to go up to close prior, to this 2 months ago. So this is back in March. So if we can close above, March's high, which is, obviously March closed down, but the high of March was here, so we want to close above it. This will give us an indication to continue going up, and then for sometime in June, I'd like to see it to go up to the 22,000 level, but we shall see. All right, so keep in mind that we're trying to, go above 350 for the week. If we look at the weekly chart, we're still targeting 22,000, right? 500 up here. So 22,000 is right here. which the way this is going, it's a realistic target. I mean, getting to 22,000, it's, unless something drastic happens, especially with all the positive stuff that's coming out world news wise right now, this could be helping it a little bit. So we'll see. And then on the daily, as you can see, this entire week every day's been, green and up. So, I mean, Monday was a huge day up. Tuesday pulled back a little bit, still closed up. Yesterday closed higher as well. And today we're pulling back just a little bit, but we'll see what happens after the open. If we can continue to move up. Targeting at least somewhere in the 21,600 range today. So this is our hourly. So if we look at the hourly, here's our range, right, from the overnight. And we're in the middle of it, and we have this engulfing here. So here's our range right here. We can get rid of this. Where's the, there's another one on there. So we have this engulfing here. Oops. Sorry. This is not the one I wanted. Did not want to draw it off of that one. I wanted to draw it off of this one. All right. So here's our range. And if we look at, and we go down to our 5-minute, this is where it translates to on the 5-minute. Okay, the lines we just drew on the hourly, it translates here. So we're literally in the middle of all this, and we have this engulfing guy right here. So if we do the same thing, like that. So we're looking somewhere here. So what we're looking for is for price to kind of do this, and then depending on which way it decides to go, to the higher the range or the lower the range, we'll see if it breaks out and continues to the up or downside. That's kind of what we're hoping for. So these are the two areas that we're looking to basically target at this point. So we'll see once the market opens, which we have about another 7, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. And then if I take this over to the 1 minute, you can see the range that I drew off the 1 hour. So remember, when I drew, let me just kind of show you guys how interesting this stuff is, okay? So I drew this stuff initially I started off the hourly. This engulfing gave me these lines right here. Then I went to the 5 minute and I drew another set off of here, off of this engulfing. Okay, so theoretically we can probably just kind of live off of that one. So let's get rid of the one off the hourly. And just use the one off the 5 minute. Okay, so we'll use this one. We'll do it somewhere like this. And the reason I drew this here is because I've got this line and then this pivot point right here. And this will be the low, okay? So since this is the low of the overnight, okay, and the line that we have off of the engulfing comes here, we drew this zone right here, okay? So we'll look to see what happens in these zones, and we'll see if that happens, you know, throughout time and when. So going back to what I was saying, so once I have this drawn and then I go to the lower time frames, like at the 1 minute, you can see how price is just, you know, literally like hugging it, right? And kind of respecting those widened areas. And now we've got this symmetrical triangle here that we're basically, see how this is funneling in, and we're kind of like, so we did this and then we're getting smaller. So we're looking for either a retest and this, or we're looking for a retest and that. So either one of these two scenarios will happen. So it's either going to break out, retest, and go short, break out, retest, and go high. So this is kind of what we're hoping for, right? So we know that it's not going to stay in this sideways consolidation forever. It's going to break one way or the other. Okay. Which way? Ideally, probably higher, depends on where this little consolidation, because if we stay above the 50%, right, like this little shaded area right here, or this pivot line right here, if we stay above it and consolidate and break up, this will probably go higher, because it was having a tendency to go take out the highs, right? But we'll see. We just have to kind of wait and see. You guys kind of get all this? Give me a Y in the chat if you guys kind of followed along, or got another minute and a half to the open. So if this thing opens and keeps going higher, then we're not going to get a short setup, because obviously we want this thing to break lower so that we can get our shorter, you know, setup. So if this thing opens and it does not break this structure down here, this support area right here, then we will probably not get a short setup around, you know, 288, something like that, 286, 288. Basically this pivot. If we can't close below this pivot during the open, then we probably will not get a short setup. So we got 30 seconds till the market opens. Jeremy and John, did I say good morning to you? I think I did, right? If I didn't, good morning. If I did, good morning again. All right, here we go. So we are open. And this thing is shooting down, tracing a little bit.
Order submitted. Order
Just
canceled.
making sure I'm not getting any lag on my charts here. So as you can see, it is trying to push down below this pivot area, like we were talking about. So we broke out, so now it's going to come up here and see if it's going to retest and bounce and go back down. Or if it can't do that, it'll shoot up, break up to the upside here, shoot up to about 318, retest, and then go up. So you see how we drew these, and price, we'll see if it's going to do just that. Okay, so now we're trying to go to these highs here to break out to the upside, right? So there it is. So now it's going to continue probably up a little bit. So we'll see if it pushes up to this area right here between 25 and 325 and 330. And either it just didn't like this and this is it, it's going to keep moving, or it's going to come back, retest this, and then keep going. But as of right now, we do not have a short setup because this thing is just going higher. So you kind of see, guys, how before the market opened, we quickly analyzed it and gave us two different scenarios which was going to go. And if one side was going to fail, then it's going to go take out the other, which is what it's doing right now. You guys see that? Put a me if you understand what we're talking about in the chat. And that's kind of basically how I read this every day, right? So now it's pulling back, right? This is to be expected to come and retest this right here at around 317. Seeing it basically touched it, bounced up. So it's continuing, and now we'll see if it's just going to go higher. So zoom in a little bit. So you see this on this 1 minute bar, it's pulling back to retest it, right? And it's retesting this high right here that we were talking about at 317. Now it's coming to retest it again. So if this comes up here and closes above, 334, 335, then that pretty much will give us the confirmation that we're going to continue upward. And then remember, we have this zone right here. So it may hit it sooner. It may come back and consolidate a little bit more, but this is kind of where we're going for. All right. So this bar did not close above the highs, got really close. So we'll see if this one does it. And it'll give us our continuation. I'll stick around in here for another minute or so just to kind of watch this, and then we'll call it for the day. We also have the new 5-minute that just opened. See, so it's failing here, okay? So it cannot, it's struggling to make newer highs, and now we're getting another engulfing on the 1. So now we'll see if this is just going to be another retest of this area right here, or if we're going to go back into this range and then come back and take out to the low, take out the lows. Okay. All right. Anyhow, guys, that's it. We'll just kind of keep watching it. I'll leave this up so if you guys want to draw something similar like that on your chart, and then you can kind of see how we were kind of trying to pseudo predict where the market's going to go based on price action. Okay. All right, guys. So we did not get a trade at 9:30. We did get one at 9 o'clock. It did end up being a small little loser. We will do this again tomorrow. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. And if you're continuing to trade well. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see all of you guys later. All right. Have a great rest of the day. Bye now.